Opposition. The States General of the Netherlands is the bicameral legislature of the Netherlands consisting of the Senate and the House of Representatives. Both chambers meet at the Binnenhof in The Hague. The States General originated in the 15th century as an assembly of all the provincial states of the Burgundian Netherlands. In 1579, during the Dutch Revolt, the States General split as the northern provinces openly rebelled against Philip II. And the northern States General replaced Philip II as the supreme authority of the Dutch Republic. In 1581, the States General were replaced by the National Assembly after the Batavian Revolution of 1795, only to be restored in 1814, when the country had regained its sovereignty. The States General was divided into a Senate and a House of Representatives in 1815, with the establishment of the United Kingdom of the Netherlands. After the constitutional amendment of 1848, members of the House of Representatives were directly elected, and the rights of the States General were vastly extended, practically establishing parliamentary democracy in the Netherlands. Since 1918, the members of the House of Representatives are elected for 4 years using party list proportional representation, while the 75 members of the Senate are elected by the states provincial every 4 years. On exceptional occasions, the two houses form a joint session known as the United Assembly. The President of the Senate serves as President of the States General during a United Assembly. Jan Anthony Bruin has been President of the Senate since 2019. The archaic Dutch word staten originally related to the feudal classes, or algemeen staten. 5 to 15. The English word, states, may have a similar meaning as the Dutch word staten, as in e.g. States of Jersey. The English phrases, States General, is probably a literal translation of the Dutch word. Historically, the same term was used for the name of other national legislatures as, for example, the Catalan and Valencian Generalitat and the Estates General of France during the ancient regime. Several geographic place names are derived from the States General. In 1609, Henry Hudson established Dutch trade in Staten Island, New York City and named the island Staten Island after the States General. Isla de los Estados, now an Argentine island, was also named after this institution. The Spanish name being a translation of the Dutch name. Abel Tasman originally gave the name Staten Land to what would become New Zealand. Staten River is a river in the Cape York Peninsula, Australia. Historically, the convocation of the States General consisted of delegates from the states of the several provinces, like the states of Brabant, and dated from about the middle of the 15th century, under the rule of the Dukes of Burgundy. The first important session was the Estates General of 1464 that met on the 9th of January 1464 in Bruges, Flanders, on the initiative of the States of Holland, the States of Flanders, and the States of Brabant, with the initially reluctant agreement of Philip the Good. 31 later, regular sessions were held at Coudenberg in Brussels, Brabant. The next important event was the convocation of the States General by the Ducal Council for 3 February 1477 after the death of Charles the Bold. In this session the States General forced the grant of the Great Privilege by Mary of Burgundy in which the right of the States General to convene on their own initiative was recognized. 42 ff. The main function of the States General in these early years was to form a platform for the central government to discuss matters of general importance with the states of the provinces, especially the special subsidies known as bedden or aids. Legislative and executive functions were still reserved for the sovereign in these years. 29, 35 to 36. 97. At the start of the Dutch Revolt, the States General remained loyal to the overlord of the Habsburg Netherlands, Philip II of Spain. In 1576 the States General as a whole, however, openly rebelled against the Spanish crown. In 1579 the States General split as a number of southern provinces, united in the Union of Arras, returned to obedience, while other provinces, united in the Union of Utrecht, continued the rebellion. 260 minus 268,288 minus 296. After the Act of Abjuration in 1581, the Northern States General replaced Philip II as the supreme authority of the Northern Netherlands, which then became known as the United Provinces. This was a confederation in which most government functions remained with the provincial states. Due to the vagaries of the 80 Years' War, in which territories were lost and reconquered, not all territories that had originally signed up for the Union of Utrecht remained represented in the States General. The states of Brabant and of Flanders lost their representation after 1587, as most of their territory had been conquered by the Army of Flanders, and it was not restored after part of that territory was reconquered.